My name's Rob Collins and I farm here with my wife Hannah. We bought this site in 2013. We were quite fortunate in the fact that we got a greenfield site. Within that gives you the pressure of trying to get it right first time. Being able to start from the ground up was quite fortunate. One thing we did know was that we wanted to have some form of a steel frame building because that was something that we knew would give us an exit strategy. We're very lucky to drop on a particular system that we could see was going to give us some good performance figures. And once we started looking at welfare, calf performance, the efficiency and the financial performance follows on behind. From a systems point of view, it boils down to three things for us: environment, husbandry and nutrition. And going to a day-to-day situation, calves get taken in on batches of either 16 or 32. They come in at 3 weeks of age at about 60 kilos. They are on milk for 30 days. Once they're weaned, they're moved into a weaned shed. From there they're taken on for another 30 to 40 days up to a range of 130 to 140 kilos and then moved on to the next site. When we looked to expand, the start point was a 64 calf rearing unit which reared the calves through the milk stage and then took them on to rumen development up to the age of 12 weeks old, all in the same shed. And when we looked to expand, we had the choice of either going and replicating that shed, or to get to the same number we could simply put up one more milk shed and then a wean shed that took calves from both of those two milk sheds. Now there is a problem with that because we're on a 9 to 10 week cycle. The calves are getting finished in 9 weeks. We've got a week where one shed is empty for longer than it should be. We knew that we were going to probably open ourselves up to a little bit of inefficiency. When we first put up the first calf shed, I was scared to death of the open nature of the shed. We are quite a windy site here, we're very exposed. I actually bought some rape straw and wrapped them so that we had the ability to put some temporary wall up if we got some really evil weather. Within a day I'd taken it back down again because there was not enough airflow. I learned to trust in the igloos, and that's the system that we use. We decided that because we were quite exposed here that we would put stop boarding on all the gates. And when we did that, we got it slightly wrong in that there was a bit of a gap underneath the gate as well, and that created a draft. And obviously because it was being funneled into a smaller area where the wind was hitting the gate and then going through a gap, the wind speed was quite a bit higher, so we put skirts on the bottoms of all the gates. And then the other thing we did retrospectively as well, there's just two short gates to the entrance of the igloos. They do tend to run and they can catch either the back legs or the shoulders on the gates that shield the entrance to the igloo. So we put a little buffer on there. Water supply to here was an issue, so we decided we'd go down a rainwater collection route. Still needs quite a bit of tweaking, but we've got a much better system in than the one we started with. Like any system, we hit the ground running and we didn't know the siting of the milk machine when we built the shed. We've had to improvise a little bit on that. Our drainage system off the feed areas, the milk stalls, is not satisfactory, so we're going to put a retrospective drainage system in there. Our big Achilles heel to this system is the fact that we know that to make it work we have to have a high turnover of calves, so we're very conscious about the fact that we need to have a very good protocol in between each batch of calves. Our mortality rate is still well below 0.5%, and we don't appear to be going above that, and we haven't lost a calf to pneumonia for 2 years. The whole site is probably looking at a 10-year payback period. Luckily, the way that the calves are performing at the moment, we have absolutely no need at all to look at anything else.